Hey everyone, welcome to another installment of Presented Without Comment. I'm your host, Gil Maman. Today we're going to cover a deal that has been covered in the news ad nauseum. Microsoft acquiring Activision, the legendary gaming company. They've been around since I could remember. Responsible for all the biggest AAA titles, for PlayStation, Xbox, this, that, everything. They're humongous. They own Candy Crush. So we're going to talk about that deal. Now, I know it's been covered on every channel, CNBC, Bloomberg, etc., ad nauseum. But I'm going to try to look at it from a different angle today and see if there's a way for us to make money on it potentially. Again, this show is not financial advice. Nothing I say here is financial advice. All trades are the sole risk of the investor. I'm not recommending anything. I'm not recommending you buy this. I'm just sharing full disclosure. I've actually purchased shares of Activision, and that's pretty much it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started here. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and show you guys what I got cooking up. So, announcement. This is straight from Microsoft's website. January 18th of 2022, they announced they're acquiring Activision. Activision's actually been on a downward trend as of late. I'm actually going to pull up their graph in a second to show you. But Activision has been in crisis for the last, I think, year and a half. I'm not sure how long. There was something, I don't want to get too into the weeds here, but because I'm not so clear on the details, but there was something to do with their CEO, Bob Kotick, knew about sexual harassment allegations at their company for a while, hasn't done anything about it. Big no-no for a CEO. And so the company's just been in crisis. Board members, activist investors, things like that, they've been asking him to step down for a while. He hasn't. He's been around since the beginning of the company, I think. Maybe even one of their first employees or one of their founders. I'm not sure. But yeah, that's the story. So Microsoft actually swooped in to acquire them at a pretty opportune time. Companies in crisis trade very low, and just look at Peloton. So they're again, another potential acquisition target. So that's kind of same kind of story as what's going on here with Activision. So if we go here down to the actual details of their acquisition, basically Activision, Microsoft will acquire Activision at $95 per share. Now, everyone remember that number in your head, $95 per share, which comes out to about $68.7 billion. Now, again, Activision, monster, video game developer, responsible for all these, AAA titles, Call of Duty, StarCraft. I played that so much when I was a kid. Really just responsible for, millions and millions of hours wasted around the globe every year. So really just a behemoth of a company. So what's Activision currently trading at today? So as you could see, this is going back I think this was going back for 6 months over here. So you see a 6-month chart. They fell from, I think they were trading at $80, $85, all the way down to a low of around 50, 55, it looks like. And then you see that sharp increase, that sharp little pop right there as soon as the Microsoft acquisition is announced. So as of today, it looks like they're trading around $80 a share. This was took the screenshot a day or two ago. So it was, it says here about $79, around $80, let's say. So why is it at 80? Why isn't it at 95? Right? We said $95 is what their per share price. That's why that's what they're being acquired for. So why is it only trading at 80? And the answer to that is the FTC. It's currently pending FTC approval. So who is the FTC? What is their role? Just to glance on that, I'm going to do a whole full video on the FTC and other government financial regulatory bodies. But just on one one leg, the FTC is an arm of the government. It's a branch. I think they're part of the executive branch, or appointed by the executive branch. So the FTC is responsible for investigating antitrust and potential monopolies and either blocking them or modifying the deals to make sure that it prevents any, any chance of any sort of monopolies. So why is this so important here? So in the case of, there's really a big chance of monopoly here. I think that the day they announced this deal, Sony's stock actually went down because, it occurred to everyone, wow, if Microsoft buys Activision, they could potentially pull all of their titles from Sony's platform and try to kill the PlayStation 5. Microsoft already owns a lot of other major game developers. Adding Activision to that roster is huge. They could just say, hey, Sony, guess what? Whatever the next the PlayStation 5, guess what? You're not going to get the new Call of Duty game. You're not going to get the new whatever the biggest video game they make is. So it's a real concern for antitrust and monopoly. However, why am I talking about Activision as being a good opportunity today? Is because it seems like there is a good opportunity for arbitrage. Okay, now what is it exactly? So if we look at the delta, it's a $15 delta, and if you purchase Activision today at $80 a share, and hold it, and the deal ends up closing, they consummate this deal. So you could actually come back with an 18.75% return, assuming it closes, assuming they actually get to the finish line with this, and ride that gain from 80 to 95. For me personally, this was a high confidence trade. I actually did, full disclosure, I did put some of my own money into Activision, again, as I stated, I think in the beginning. And I may actually put even more money into this in the coming weeks. Now, you'll say, well, why are you so confident, right? Why are you so confident that this deal is going to go through? So if we look, Microsoft is actually one of the largest campaign donors and lobbying spenders in the entire US. They're the 26th largest donor to campaign contributions, and they are also the 34th largest lobbyist, and this is for the 2020 campaign cycle. So if you look, they spent around 21 million just in that one campaign cycle, and they spent another 19 million on lobbying efforts. So the campaign contributions, we're actually going to put a little asterisk next to that right for right now. There's a little more to it than that. And if we look at this next page right here, Joe Biden was one of the biggest recipients of campaign funds from our friends at Microsoft. Okay, now why did I say let's put a little asterisk next to it? So that $2.5 million that went to Biden's campaign was not from Microsoft corporate, because campaign laws do not allow for companies to donate directly to candidates. Okay, however, if you see over here, DNC services, Democratic Senatorial Campaign Committee, those are PACs. Those are political action campaigns. Those are PACs that are allowed to receive corporate lobbying money. Those are corporate donations. Okay, so Microsoft did from organization. If you look over here, they did contribute directly to those PACs. However, not to Joe Biden. Those are donations from executives and employees who work at Microsoft. I think when you make campaign donations, you have to disclose where you work. So that's what that's all about. But so what? Why do we care? Why is this important information? Well, the FTC chair and the commissioners of the FTC are all Biden appointees. They are not elected officials. They are all appointed by the President of the United States. How do I know? This is pulled directly from the FTC's website. These are the current commissioners. I think they have to appoint one more. The commission is headed by 5 commissioners, nominated by the president and confirmed by the Senate, each serving a 7-year term. No more than 3 commissioners can be from the same political party, and the president chooses 1 commissioner to act as chair. We're going to leave it at that, folks. Presented without comment. Who knows? I don't know. I can't speculate. We don't speculate on this show. I don't, you know, I don't partake in such games over here. But hey, maybe the FTC, you know, maybe they turn the blind eye to this. Maybe they let this one slide. Who knows? Until next time, guys. Let me know what you think. Comment down below, like and subscribe, share it with a friend, or don't, whatever you want. No harm, no foul. Take care, everyone. Have a great one. We'll speak soon.